Hi, hello. So it is Monday. Now, I am in my gym gear, but I'm not going to go to the gym this morning. Hear me out. Basically, I've been finding, see getting up, like unless I'm up and like taking Jack to nursery, I'm finding when I'm getting myself up in the morning to go to the gym, really uninspiring. As I said, I'm not really a gym person. Last week I felt a bit better when I was there. I felt like I was doing a bit better, but I still feel quite uninspired about going to the gym. So I feel like that is for two reasons. One, I've never been a big like gym bunny, but also my gym cancelled a lot of the classes that I used to go to. So since having Jack, I found going to the half an hour, 45-minute classes a lot easier, more manageable, like I was doing something in a shorter amount of time. Whereas when I'm going myself at the moment, I'll go and I'll go on the treadmill for like, you know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever. But I don't feel like I'm coming away from it feeling like, oh, I really worked out there. Although I do get my step count in, which is quite nice. However, I don't feel like I'm working all the muscles and getting the body moving. So I actually had a discussion with Alan quite recently about maybe moving to a different gym, because they have just taken away all of the classes that I went to, and they've now brought in these different classes that I'm going to tell you right now I have zero interest in them. I've looked at what they are and I'm just like, I don't think that's for me. Just bring back normal legs, bums and tums. Thanks. Yoga, Pilates, that kind of thing, because that's what I'm into. I've also looked in my area for like yoga studios, Pilates classes, things like that. And let me tell you something, it is fucking expensive. I think one of the yoga places that I looked at was like a minimum of, you could pay £45 a month and have unlimited classes, which is good. But let's just say you wanted to go to a class once a week. It was like £9.95 or something a class. And I'm like, that's pretty much £40 a month. Whereas my gym at the moment costs me £15.99 a month. But I'm going to be honest, I don't think I'm getting the full benefit out of it. So I've decided I'm going to do some working out at home this morning, because I feel like that's what my body needs. I remember I used to follow this lady, I think she's changed her name on YouTube slightly now, and she used to do these dance workouts, but it was like 2000s music, kind of what you were hearing in the clubs during that time, like a little bit Beyonce, Crazy in Love, stuff like that. She used to do stuff like that. So I've looked her up. It looks like she's really exploded, so she's now got her own app and things like that. And basically I decided, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a warm out, I'm going to do a couple of her videos, I'm going to do a cool down. Maybe I'll look into Pilates and stuff again. I really love Pilates and yoga. I love it, and I loved going to classes because it made me feel a wee bit more like I was getting a bit of help, I was doing it right. But my gym used to offer things like legs, bums and tums, women's weight, stuff like that. They have now kind of discarded that, or they've put them on at times that just don't work for me, like evenings and things, and I'm like, oh, that doesn't help me. So I'm going to work out at home today. Maybe on Thursday or Friday this week I will go back to the gym and get back on the treadmill, because I would like to build up my fitness with regards to running and stamina. But at the moment I need something that's going to get me back in and that I'm fucking enjoying. And I also felt like, do you know that last week I was so tired constantly and so lazy? But do you ever feel that way, like the lazier you are and the less you exercise, then it's almost like even harder to start exercising again? So I feel like I've made myself get up this morning, I've made myself put the outfit on, I'm going to go and work out, and hopefully that will make me feel less tired by working out. That's my hope. Well, there is nothing like doing a workout in your own house to realise how absolutely manky your floors are when you have a toddler. Oh my god. I feel really good for that though. I felt like I'd done stuff there, like I'd done a 15-minute upper body, then this little 4-minute like dance thing, and then like I'd done a warm up and a cool down before and after as well. So I've probably done, what's that, 12, 15, half an hour. Probably done about 40 minutes there, but I feel like I've done something. My arms were burning, like I feel like tonight I'm really going to feel like my shoulders and my arms aching, so I feel like I've done something. So I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to do it tomorrow as well. I've got Jack tomorrow. I don't know when I'm going to do it tomorrow. Maybe I can do it while he's here. I don't think he'll care, but what I am going to go and do now before I have a shower is hoover, because my floors are flipping manky. I need to go and hoover because it's just an absolute riot. I'll run the hoover over things quickly, then I'm going to grab a quick shower. Hello, so it is actually now Wednesday morning. Didn't really vlog yesterday. I ended up taking Jack to the park, the library, doing some shit like that. But this morning I am up and I'm showered before half 9. I'm pleased with myself, so I thought may as well vlog today. Not that we're doing anything particularly exciting, it's a flipping horrible day again. I cannot wait for spring. I think I mentioned this last week. I just cannot wait to get out of the dark, damp weather. It's horrible. So I kind of was looking outside being like, Jack, what are we going to do today? Don't know. So my plan is to go to B&Q, which is like a hardware shop if you're not from the UK and you don't know what B&Q is. Basically like Home Supply or whatever, Home Depot. I don't fucking know. Don't even know why I'm explaining this. But the reason I want to do that is because, as I mentioned, probably at the start of the year / end of the year last year, we are thinking about selling our flat. We love our flat. We will be very sad to see it go because we love the fact that we've got like an older property. It's got high ceilings and stuff, and our location is really, really good as well. However, we are definitely starting to outgrow it a little bit, and we would like some perks of having our own home, that you can walk out onto your own back garden and stuff like that. And we don't have that in here for Jack, and we would really like to have it. So we are teeing up this year to think about selling this place, but we're not going to be like putting in a new kitchen and all that kind of stuff. What would be the point? We're going to be selling it anyway. But I do want to kind of zhuzh the kitchen up a little bit to make it look a little bit nicer and more presentable. So I'm thinking we might cover the worktops with that wrap stuff. Also I'm thinking, you know, we'll just paint the doors and stuff like that in our kitchen and just look them nice and fresh and bright. But there are certain bits of my kitchen that literally need fixed. Like there's little bits that are kind of cracked or falling down, things like that. So today I am going to go and attempt to get some wood, or not even wood, it's like coated, because it's in a kitchen. I don't want wood, because if it gets splashed or anything, you know, it'll need to be varnished and all. I don't want that. I want the plastic shit basically, but not plastic. What do you call that? Like coated MDF or something? I don't fucking know. I just want the coated stuff for the bottom of the kitchen, because that's where it's cracked. It's fine, but through the years with that crack, the cats have pulled it down and it falls down now. And I need to fix it, so I'm going to take all the broken bit away, put a nice new bit on. That's my plan anyway, and then we'll just paint all the doors and everything all the same colour and it's fine. But there's a couple of other things like trims. You know how, don't know how to explain it. I'd need to show you in the kitchen. That probably would have been the better idea. I need to look into getting some new trims as well, and I'm going to go and price that today, have a look. If it's cheap enough, I'm going to buy it. I already have paint and undercoat and stuff like that. We actually bought it at the tail end of last year, so I already have that to go. But I also already have a brand spanking new cooker hob, because when we moved in here we bought a new oven and cooker hob, and my dad fitted the oven because the old one broke. It actually stopped working at one point, so my dad fitted the new oven and said, after Christmas, that'll get you through just now. After Christmas, I will come back and fit the new hob. And I was like, great, my dad's going to do worktops, it's all going to be fine. We're going to get a new kitchen. And unfortunately, then he ended up having a stroke and he died. So that is why half my kitchen is done and half my kitchen is not. And I hate my kitchen because of it. It's just a shambles. So that is also why I need to tart it up a wee bit before we think about selling this place. There's a million other things. We need to just give it a lick of paint, give it all a freshen up. We absolutely need to do that. However, the kitchen is my main focus, because that's the room that I'm like, I really hate this room. It just looks like shit. Everything else is a matter of cleaning, maybe a lick of paint, not much to be done. But the kitchen is a fucking nightmare. So I need to actually do something with that. That's our plan today. I am just going to quickly dry my fringe and we're going to get out the door. I'm not even putting any makeup on. Alright, so we've come back in from B&Q. Do you know something? Pain in the backside, didn't even think about it, it's my own fault. Needed to get a plinth. I think I've already described this. But couldn't put anything in the back of my car because I had Jack's car seat in the car. So a little bit of an unsuccessful trip there. But in my mind, I know what it is that I need. So that was good. And it was £11 per plinth. So I need 2 of them and £11 per trim. I think that's the right word I'm looking for. So that's not so bad. And like I say, I already have the paint and stuff. I'll show you what I mean with regards to the plinth. So as I say, my kitchen is old. It is really, really old. So I would like to change these tiles for white ones because I already own the white ones, because my dad put white ones over here, but unfortunately, as I said already, he passed away. So I own white ones to go here already. We already have them. So I would like to change that. But also, see like these bits here, this bit, the trimmets, basically they're getting a bit loose in areas. Can you see that? So I want to replace these. I'm going to just paint the doors, replace the handles, but also the plinth along here. Can you see that crack? That's what I was talking about. And every now and again, the cats pull that down. Usually in the middle of the night, where you get a heart attack because you don't know what the bang has been, but that's normally what they do. So this is also the bit that I completely want to replace all the way along here. We also have wooden floorboards throughout our house which have been sanded and painted, but they are looking a bit scuffed. As you can see here, we've pulled the washing machine out before and things. I think what we're actually going to do here is get some old-fashioned, is it linoleum? That's what we call it, right? Just old-fashioned rollout stuff, because we have a toddler. There is no point in sanding and repainting this floor again. In the living room, our cats have kind of scuffed it as well, but as I say, we're just tarting the place up a little bit to get it sold. So all these will be painted, new handles, hopefully we'll have white tiles. I also would really like to box in the bottom of the boiler. There is this white thing round about it now, but it's not perfect. And as you can see, we've torn a bit of the wallpaper here. So this situation needs to be fixed as well. I brought my sander out too to start sanding the doors, but as soon as I switched this on, Jack shot himself and started to get really upset and cry. So this is going to have to be saved for a day where he's at nursery or something like that. I don't know. I would really just like to get on with it. I would just like to start sanding the tops of things and start, but I can't really do anything while he's here. It's such a pain. I am actually really feeling motherhood today. As I've said before in other vlogs, like, Jack's brand new. He's great. He's pretty chill. But today, today in B&Q, did he go mental? And I have no real obvious reason as for why. He's maybe just at that age now where he wants to tell me when he's frustrated, or he wants to explain something to me but doesn't have the capability to do so. So he wanted out of the trolley in B&Q, which I said to him, probably not the best idea. Don't want you running away from me in this big shop. But he was like, come on, mummy, please, can we get out the trolley? And then he started to get quite frantic because I wouldn't let him out the trolley, and I thought, right, fuck it, let's just let him out. I will keep tabs on him as best I can. Took him out the trolley, and then he was really upset he wasn't in the trolley anymore. Just complete and utter irrational nearly 2-year-old behaviour. And I was like, but you want it out the trolley, now you don't want it in the, now you want it in the trolley, now you don't want it. Irrational meltdown in the middle of B&Q. So at that point, and when I realised I can't fit these two things in my car, well, his car seat's there, I was like, right, let's just scrap this. Fucking get. I'm feeling it today. I'm feeling motherhood today, because then I thought, well, I'll come home and I'll start doing this, and he can like play a wee game, then like we'll keep an eye on him type thing. But I've not been able to start any of it because you just have to be with them 24 hours a day, don't you? It's so frustrating sometimes because there's so many joyous and fucking fantastic things about motherhood and Jack in general. He's funny as fuck, he's brilliant. But every now and again I'm just like, please, just let me get on with what I have to do here, son. Because it is really frustrating when you're trying to do things or you've got things to do. Even simple things, like doing the fucking washing or so. And I don't know about anybody else, but with me, Jack is a lot more like, I need you here, I want to do things with you at all times. With his dad, he's a bit more chill. Like, he'll just go and play and be quite happy sitting in the living room. With me, at the moment, he seems to be okay that he's in the living room, but if I wait much longer, he'll be like, Mum, 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 where have you went? Looking for me. And I'm here. And I'll be like, hi, I'm here, don't worry about it. But if I say to him, can you go back through just till I finish doing something? Or Mummy's got her hands in the sink now, can't pick you up. He'll be like, no. And he'll just want something. And I'm like, Jack, son. It's really tough. I'm feeling it today. I'm feeling motherhood today. And I haven't felt like that since he was a tiny baby. Because it's that, when they're that age as well, when they just want you all the time and you're like, okay, right, I'm here. And you feel like you can't put them down for a moment. He didn't go through that for a very long time. It was quite brief. But in the, let's just say 2 to 3 weeks that happened, I was like, oh, please, please just give me a minute. And now that he's like nearly 2, it's more like he just wants you to play with. Like, it's not a bad thing, it's not like he doesn't want. But for instance, if his dad's here as well and I'll say, can you get your daddy to do that? I'd be like, no, you've got to do it. And I'm like, I don't want to do it. I've got other things I need to be doing. And it's just tough, and I'm feeling it today, feeling motherhood today. Thought I would have a little reality check there for you, because honestly, he's fantastic, he's great, I love him to bits, but motherhood is reality and it's fucking tough sometimes. Today in B&Q, I swear to God, I could have just threw him across the car park. I could have picked him up by the scruff of the neck and been like, oh, get in that car. But I was just like, okay, let's just get in the car, let him have a little paddy. And then once he calmed down, I was like, have we had enough now? Are we okay? Do you want a cuddle? And he was like, yes. So we had a cuddle and then we went on our way. Everything was fine, but I was just like, oh, I was going to kill somebody, honestly. And I think I've mentioned this before, that might be the reason why I have very little patience for any other human beings or adults, because I give the majority of my patience to my son, because I understand that his brain isn't fully developed and he's not rational. Whereas as other adults, sometimes I'm just like, I have no patience for you. Anyway, I'm supposed to be through here making myself a coffee, and I've not done it yet, but I'll go back through. I think I'm going to make a lobster with him this afternoon. That's broke. Hi, not you as well, the cats too. These cats at the moment, you guys are just as bad as him. You're actually maybe worse at the moment, just constantly needing to be cuddled and held and loved and attentioned, and I'm like, I only have so much of me, there's only so much I can give. Anyway, I'm going to make myself a coffee and then I'm going to go and play something, make a lobster with him. That's my plan. Will you get down from there? You shouldn't be up there. God help me. Oh, does it look nice? Does it look nice, your hair?
Again.
Does it look good, your hair? Do you like it? You're hiding. Oh, hiding. Look at all Jack's hair. Look, Jack. Look at all Jack's hair. Well, I put this hairy strawberries in there. There's normal strawberries. Here, look. There's the strawberries there, look. No, don't touch that one. Sharp. Let me have that, please. Thank you. Right? You showing off your new hair? Oh. Hello. Good haircut. Hiding. So we made a lobster. That's why I've got love heart on my face. And once we made the lobster, we decided on a haircut. We don't actually use like, you know, like a tablet type situation very often. If he's on an aeroplane, I'll give him it, or if like we're traveling somewhere, but I wouldn't just hand him it in the back of the car or whatever. It's only if I'm like sitting next to him, but I do find it does really help to keep him still when I'm cutting his hair. Still enough for me to cut his hair. That's the second time I've cut his hair properly and it grows so fast. I think it'll be a regular occurrence. I don't want to cut all his curls off. He's got curly hair, so hopefully it'll grow back in that way, but I'm not ready for the short hair yet. He's just too wee, but at the same time, it gives me enough time to trim it so it's not absolutely wild. Hello, it's Thursday, which means child-free day, but actually I'm also going out this evening, so I feel like I've got a whole party planned. Today though, I think I'd mentioned last week how I needed to re-dye my hair. It's getting a wee bit drab and lackluster here, so what I'm going to do is jump in the shower just now and then just dye all over. So hopefully you're going to see a wee bit of a difference. Crazy colour, spoke about it before. What I normally do is I have a bottle of this in the shower, which I'll put some conditioner on my hand, squeeze a wee bit of this in, mix them both together and put it through the ends to keep hold of the colour. But in between going to my hairdresser and getting my dye done properly, then sometimes I'll just put a whole head dye on, do you know what I mean? It'll just pick up on the areas that already have bleach. Hello, bleach it. I swear to God, these cats at the moment, I don't know what to do with. So needy, so needy. Anyway, so I'm going to go and do that now, and then I'm going to pull myself together a wee bit, get some, I don't know where to start the sanding, but then I'm worried that all the particles might stick to my wet head. I don't know. Anyway, that's my plan at the moment, and then this evening I'm going to go and meet my pal for a wee pub quiz, but that's the plan. Hello, so I have just went and picked Jack up from nursery. I was in the middle of doing a little something on the eyelids. I've just used Space Cowboy, like the original one, on the lid, and then I've done a little winged liner here. I'm not, I don't know why, like it happens to everybody, doesn't it? This liner, I'm happy with. This one, I'm not. This one, I'm like, what is going on here? What is this shape? Don't you fucking hate that? I used my Shark dryer again today. I seen something on their Instagram that was saying, you need to use a mousse, you need to spray it, you need to set the hair, blah, blah, blah. All this stuff. So I curled my hair, I want to say about 45 minutes ago. There's still curls there, but I can tell by the time I go out at 7 o'clock this evening, they ain't going to be there. I stand by what I've said. Like, I really like the Shark tool. It does really quick drying. I love what it does for this kind of little fringe, shag fringe that I've got going on. But I don't know how many times I'm going to say this now. If you've got hair like mine, it ain't going to hold the curl. It's nice. It's like a wave. It's like a nice blowout. It ain't going to be curly though. Hey, so I ditched the eyeliner. I went with smoky, grungy, a little bit sparkly on the eyes, and I put tiny little gems in the corner of my eyes as well there. Can you see them? Quite into that, quite into it. And I've also got on like this striped shirt. I love this shirt. It's got like wide sleeves on it. But yeah, changed it up a little bit. Didn't really want to go with a liner. Just wasn't feeling the liner, so I've just kind of zhuzhed it up a little bit, made it a little bit grungy. But yeah, now just gonna head out and go to the pub. And as I said, hair looks like it's had a nice blow dry, looks like it's got a bit of movement to it, but I wouldn't say curly anymore. What can I say? Anyway, I'm gonna go and stick my jeans on and make my way to the pub.
Don't forget to put your team names on your answer sheet, please. When you pick up your pick.
This is the hardest quiz in the world. Hardest quiz in the world. Hey, so it is now midnight, which makes it sound really, really late. It's not really late. I have a fish supper here, but it's not a fish supper. It's a black pudding supper. So I feel like as if, you know, if you're not from my neck of the woods, you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But black pudding supper is where it's fucking at. Where it's at. Whereas other people will be like, fish supper? Is that a British thing? I'm like, yeah, but black pudding supper. That's where it fucking is. So, I've got black pudding supper. I've already started eating it. That's why my fork is in it. And I am making my way back home right now. And as soon as I put this phone down and spit all the hair in my mouth, then I am going to eat this. Because I did have some lunch, but equally, I didn't have enough. Tomorrow you'll probably see me feeling a little bit worse for air. Not terrible, not terrible. I've had a pint, had a couple of glasses of wine, and a gin. It's all good, it's all good, but I am tired. Hello, good morning. I feel like my voice is a little husky this morning. Can't figure out if that's because Jack has gave me another bug of some sort. It was feeling a little scratchy yesterday, but I didn't really mention it. Or if I was just talking and shouting too much last night. I am now pretty tired. I actually feel okay. I feel fine. Hi, Molly. Sorry, Molly's just running through. I actually feel fine. I don't feel like, oh, hungover, I'm dying. I only had five drinks, sorry. I had a pint, a couple of glasses of wine, and then a couple of gins. So, yeah, 5 drinks. But I was fine, and I got chips on the way home. It was great. So yeah, I actually feel fine. But I did sleep a lot, like, because Jack's at nursery this morning. I went back to my bed and I was like, I'm taking another couple of hours here. So I've only just got up and it's 11 o'clock. But otherwise I actually feel okay. Got myself a nice bowl of crunchy nut cornflakes. They're not cornflakes, they're Lidl own brand or whatever they are, but good ones. And a coffee, but also can of juice, because I feel fine. But you know that way when you have to rehydrate a little bit and it needs to be a fizzy juice. So that's what I've got there now. So once I've had this, I am going to have a shower. My intention was to film a YouTube video today, but I'm kind of in two minds whether to bother this week because I do have my wee haul from Boots, so like my Budget Beauty haul. But I am also waiting on the parcel coming from LFTFALANNA, and I'd like to have just done it all at once, but I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe I'll just do the boot stuff. Maybe I'll just do that today. But yeah, that's my plan just now, and then I'll go and pick Jack up at 4 tomorrow. I'm working 7 till 3 all weekend, so that's not so bad. And then I'm off work for a whole week. I've got a whole week off, but as I said, I have to go to London after that, down to this court case, so oh, that is needed, definitely. Like, I feel fine, but that is needed. Am I kidding myself on? Maybe a little bit. Do you know what I think now? Like, I don't mind drinking, but like, it's nice to have a glass of wine with dinner. It's nice to sit like with friends and catch up and have a drink. That's all very nice. But now I feel like I say, I had a pint, a couple of glasses of wine, because there was a bottle, so I had a couple of glasses of wine with the other people that were having a glass of wine. So not like a huge glass of wine. And then, like I say, a couple of gins. And I don't feel like I'm getting drunk. And I'm not saying that I drink to get drunk. I don't. It's just a very social thing here in Scotland. Like, very social thing here. You could go out and not drink, but it would, yeah. There used to be a joke on Tuna Fat, remember? And they'd be like, take a drink, take a drink. And you'd be like, no, no, no. And then eventually everybody would always give in. That's what it's like. So it feels a bit strange. But see, after having Jack and not drinking for so long when you're pregnant and things like that, and then you're not really drinking when you're first had your baby because, well, it's a bit stressful. I really don't miss it. And I feel like, it's not because I don't feel hungover now, but then when you feel like, oh, I've slept another couple of hours because I am tired, because you don't sleep as well when you've had a drink, so then you have to sleep that wee bit longer. So I feel like then you feel like, oh, your day's kind of, you've lost that start of the day. And it was lovely to see people last night, but I'm also just a wee bit like if I could go out and just milk one glass of wine all evening, that would be lovely. I don't want to go out and be like, drink, drink, drink anymore. I don't have any interest in it anymore. Seems awful, but I don't. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure there'll be a point in my life where I'll go out and I'll be drunk at some point again. But I just don't go out with that in my mind anymore. Like, it used to be, maybe it's just an age thing. It used to be you'd go out and be like, yeah, like drinks, shots, blah, blah, blah. And now I'm just like, oh, just give me a glass of wine. Let me just sit here and chat. That's it. Like, I don't really need to bevy. And even like me and Alan, we don't go out very often. We used to go and have a wee afternoon in the pub and things. And we would have a couple of pints or whatever. And we'd never ever be stocious coming home. But it's almost as if now, when I drink, I don't get drunk. So it's kind of like, seems a bit silly to do it. But like, I could just sit and be drinking a Coke. But then wine does taste really good. So, you know, this is one of these things. Anyway, I'm going to eat my cereal now. Going to watch a little bit of YouTube. Then I'm going to jump in a shower. Can you hear this, madman?
Mom.
Yes. Can you hear this, madman?
Hear Batman.
That's what?
Hear Batman.
Hear what?
Hear Batman.
Batman? Batman? What did you say?
Batman.
Who's that?
Jack.
Jack!
Oh, Mommy.
And Mummy, that's right. So what have we done today? You've done so much today with your dad, haven't you? What were you on today with Daddy?
Okay.
On the train. Went on the train today, didn't you? And you went all the way over to the museum, didn't you? What did you see at the museum?
A king.
A what?
A king.
A king? Wow. What else did you see?
A bus.
A bus? Oh, wow. So today, Alan and Jack, I was working obviously, and Alan and Jack, obviously it's Sunday, you probably don't know that. So today, Alan and Jack went way over to the museum to take a wee train ride because he's desperate to get on trains at the moment.
Hello, Jack.
Hello, Jack. And actually what happened was I finished work, then went to meet them, and we had some dinner out this evening. We had some pizza. But Alan actually has a gig tonight, so he has now went to meet Uncle Tobes, hasn't he? So me and Jack made our way home ourselves, and we are now just starting to get ready for bath time. But yeah, Sunday evening. I feel like this week's kind of flew in, but yeah, I'm loaded with this cold again. I can't believe it. I feel all nasally again. See, when you're a parent, and especially to a toddler, just consistent, constant coughs, coughs and sniffles, sniffs, coughs and sneezes, pretty much. Anyway, he's now reading through his drawers. I don't really know why. So I'm gonna go and get his pyjamas and we're gonna go and have bath time, and then I'm gonna sit with my feet up for the evening, because it's like one of these things that's nice to like get him down and settle for the night and then sit with Alan and have a bit of time. But see, the nights where Alan goes out of the house to go and spend time with his friends, I relish that, because I'm like, oh, I just put my feet up and watch what I like and do what I like for the next couple hours. Oh, show me, what have you got? Spider-Man? What Spider-Man what? Slippers? Spider-Man slippers? You show your teeth? Show your teeth, Jack. What are you doing? What are you doing? You showing them your Spider-Man slippers? Spider-Man. You say bye-bye? Say bye-bye for the week. Mwah. Blow a kiss.
Ma.
Mwah. See you later. Bye.